shit weak though.
I got the bag.
As a monitor, it's weak. What the fuck? You keep bringing it back to YouTube, nigga. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the monitor itself. It's just weak.
Obviously, if it's obviously a very popular monitor.
I ain't talking about your YouTube views. I don't give a fuck. That's not part of the conversation.
But you watch videos. You say you watch a bunch of videos.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? We're talking about monitor quality, nigga.
Hold on, yo. We gotta go. Hold on.
Oh,
Did
man.
we go live yet? Did we go live yet?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh shit. Oh shit. So hold on, Coke Boy, and Bless Red, y'all gotta hold up on that, bro. Y'all gotta contain it for a minute and do it right since we online now.
Oh, he needs to contain the cap.
Hey man, all Nick did was ask a question. Yo ass wanted to fucking conject, bro. He ain't ask you shit, nigga. Sit in the fuck back.
He needs to ask me. He can't ask you because you ain't got no experience.
Nigga, you're not a part of the conversation, nigga. Why are you jumping in?
Nick, I got you, bro. You know, you got any mom?
Nigga, he didn't ask you.
I got you, bro.
All right, let me do this.
Don't let this man lie to you.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask y'all a question, bro.
Before you do that, let me introduce the show. Welcome to episode 127, Planet Xbox Podcast. I am your host, the best spot, Kid Smooth, and we have a guest. I wish I could do the gas, but I can't. So I'm going to let him introduce himself, and he's done something I've struggled to do, and that's not have a Twitter account. But how are you?
What the hell?
Oh shit!
Argichani from Game On Daily. Yeah, and I do not have a Twitter account. No social media. Don't care. Don't want it.
It might be a good thing.
That it is. I wish I had the strength. I wish I had the strength and the resiliency to not want or need to be on it. And he's still, I find that ridiculous because you're still, obviously up to date on like gaming and stuff, but I assume you use alternative sources.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need Twitter to get my news, right? So I just check things out online. That's fine. There's plenty of news aggregations out there, including GameOnDaily.com. Check it out. You can get your gaming news there. But yeah, and if I need to talk to people, I just use Discord or Xbox live chat or something like that.
Yeah. Hargeet is a real one, man. As far as if the only person to hit me up to play Halo has been Hargeet. And it's like, even when I'm not in the mood.
Everybody else deleted that shit.
That's a lie, bro.
No, that's a lie.
We hit you up multiple times to play Halo.
When?
Now it's too late, man.
When?
Yo, before Infinite came out.
No, I'm talking about Infinite. I'm talking about Infinite like now. After all the Me Too backlash. Like, I think it sucks too.
You can get on the game and play, and you can stream the game and you ain't want to play. Somebody else hit you. Nah, that's fake,
I just
bro.
recently hit them
here.
Yeah, him and Ole Man Logan. No.
You did not hit me up, Nick. You were in a party and you asked people to play Gears of War.
No, recently, yes, the Modern
like
Warfare
2-3 days ago. 2-3 days ago. I know Nick asked. Yeah, I remember that.
Just asked all y'all, and Ole Man Logan was like, "Don't nobody play that trash." And then you didn't. I give you that. You didn't trash it. You was quiet. Probably.
No, because I was in the chat.
But he not counting you. That's crazy.
I'm not counting. Yeah. I'm talking about hit me up in the Xbox Live party.
Yes, your opinion doesn't matter.
Bro, the amount of asterisks on this is crazy.
You're right.
You got like 3 or 4 of them hoes.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't matter. If you ask him on Twitter, he's not gonna reply. But if you join the Xbox Live party, he'll definitely play the game.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
Okay. Get out of here with that.
It's a lot easier to get me on a game if I'm on Xbox and I get a party invite or a game invite. It's a 99% chance I'm going to get in that game rather you telling me on Twitter. I might not be home.
What if Nick is on his way home and he sees you on Xbox and he messages you on Twitter? Like, yo, when I get home,
if he sees me on Xbox, he has Xbox on his phone. He can message me on Xbox.
Man, get the fuck out.
Bro, why does he need to do that? What the fuck?
Smooth is funny. That's not funny.
I hate on my boys. I'll text them like, yo, let's play Call of Duty, and they're like, all right, like we'll play Call of Duty when we get back to the crib.
No, I'm not saying you guys don't hit me up the game. I'm not saying you guys don't hit me up the game. I'm saying you guys don't hit me up to play Halo.
We do hit you up to game.
Not
you just don't want to.
No, game is fine. No, I'm not saying you don't hit me up to game. I'm saying you don't hit me up to play Halo. There's a difference.
I did hit you up to play Halo multiple times, like I said before.
Yeah, before Infinite came out. I'm talking about Infinite. I'm not talking about Halo Master Chief.
Even when Infinite came out, I'm like, yo, let's play. You can stream it, get your viewership, blah blah blah. No, you ain't never want to do it. It's okay, Smooth.
He's talking about recently though, dope.
Yeah. Recently, the game is dead. There's no motivation for me to play the game because when I did have motivation to play the game, I ain't want to play.
All right, when, why, what, and who don't matter.
So what are we talking about?
Bro, it's a really what have you done for me lately? He didn't say that. He was like, "Oh, he's the only one that has hit me up."
That's
and that was the end of the. That was the end of the sentence. That was the end.
He's not the only one that hit you up. He's probably the only one you felt like playing with.
He didn't even respond. You notice he didn't. I see if he said no. He didn't even respond when I said.
Left it on red. Crazy.
Yeah,
left it on red. You probably didn't see red. I don't. No.
Stop trying to lie, bro. It's okay.
It's not a lie.
It's okay. You Hollywood.
Hollywood.
It's okay, Smooth. You Hollywood.
He wasn't even playing Modern Warfare 2, bro.
No,
like, that's crazy.
But I'm not talking about Modern Warfare 2. Talking about Halo Infinite.
Their excuse was they was playing Modern Warfare 2.
That's a valid excuse for me because I don't play Infinite anymore. Smooth ain't got no excuse. He left you on red. That's wild.
I didn't read the chat period. But the thing is, he was just in a party chat with me. If you're talking about the day that you were in a party chat with me, you said, I'm about to ask these people if they want to play Gears of War. You were not talking about Halo.
No, I said Halo. That's what I was talking about.
You never asked me to play Halo. In the last 7 days, you haven't.
I said big team battle.
Oh, and what did I say to big team battle? What did I say?
Yeah, you don't like that.
I don't like big team battle. I do not like big team battle. I'll do Slayer. I'll do custom games. Right. I'm not doing big team battle.
You did say that. I give it to you. I mean, but you get it. You got it.
Interesting.
How you doing, Dope?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Still going through my classes. Classes are going well, crushing that. Been very consistent in the gym, been crushing the gym. And yeah, hanging out with family, hanging out with friends. And now we here. Talking video games and dismantling all of your narratives that you can't play Halo with us.
I ain't saying I can't. I'm just saying you guys are not adamantly and currently asking me.
I tried, and you didn't listen. So it is what it is. Why would I keep trying to hit up a girl? She leaving me on red. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
During the time that you used to play Halo, I actually I played with you. I played. That's when that was early days. I never turned down early days of Halo.
I was the one initiating it. I was the one that got mad of us at the party. Like
the game was at
seeing all of us and big team. Like,
that was when the game was at its peak point. So it wasn't. You didn't have to drag me to play.
I did that.
What game are you playing now?
I can get some demons on Halo if you really want me to, but that game.
What game are you playing now, though?
What am I playing right now? Oh, Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, I've been playing that. I've been playing Overwatch 2.
Okay.
God of War's coming out soon, but I'm with Smooth. I'm not buying that day one. I'm gonna wait to my birthday to get somebody to buy that for me.
Oh man,
my birthday is right around the corner, so yeah. Like I'm not spending $70 on the PS4 game.
All right.
What about you, Nick?
Well, I've been playing. It's a new season of Apex. Dope. I'm surprised you ain't mentioned that, but
I'm gonna get on that. It's just Modern Warfare is the priority right now for multiplayer.
Yeah, I've been playing. So I've been playing some Modern Warfare 2 on PlayStation, getting some easy kills, But yeah, that's all I've been playing so far.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I also got Seafood. Shout out to Chris Righteous. He convinced me to get it, so I got that. I'm playing some Seafood and Final Fantasy remake. So
you finally playing remake? Hey.
Yeah, I'm on chapter.
Great game.
So yeah.
I don't play games that are wrongfully not on Xbox. So
you are. Oh yeah. Okay. Wrongfully. But you're playing Persona. It wasn't the first.
Hey, but it's on Xbox. Look where I'm playing it.
That's cool.
So, Bless, what are you playing? Okay.
1 second. Someone skip me.
He ain't playing shit. So
Hargy, I know we talked about it earlier today, but I don't think we were streaming at the time that you mentioned the games that you were currently playing. You had some interesting takes there, so I thought were cool. So if you guys want to recap some of the games you're currently playing.
Yeah, so basically whatever leaves Game Pass, I try to make sure I've caught up on those before they leave. So the ones that are going away right now that I wanted to play, Faye Tactics, Next Space Rebel, and One Step from Eden. I've already played Superland. That was pretty good. Art of Rally was a little racing game. It was okay. And I don't really care much about Football Manager. But yeah, Next Space Rebel, which is the one I just started now, is a weird like YouTuber game. Basically, you have a YouTube channel that you're trying to get more subscribers to, and the way you do it is make videos of rockets, like homemade rockets that you just have take off, and you watch them go up 100
so it's a YouTuber simulator.
Yeah, it literally is a YouTuber simulator.
That's crazy.
And you try to make crazier and crazier rockets and try to get more and more views and then get subscribers. That's kind of the point of the game so far. So it's kind of an odd little game.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. That's crazy because some of these games I've never heard of. So the fact that this has been on Game Pass, I'm gonna try. Is this like one of those 8-bit games?
No. It's actually like it has like real video. They don't show you, but everybody else you're watching is like real YouTube video type stuff. So it's all live people, live action. And when you're taking the videos of these rockets, it actually is like live action. So it's an interesting mix, but you don't get to see yourself. But yeah, it's real people, real live action.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to.
I was going to ask him, dude. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to get this out the way. Shout out to Barbecue Sauce. Let's go Astros. Good luck.
I don't watch baseball, so I don't care.
Oh yeah, I was confused.
Basketball and football for me, and boxing.
Nick, what you about to ask?
No, I was going to ask about that game that just was added to Game Pass called Signals.
I tried to Signalis.
Yeah, is that okay? Yeah, Signalis. My bad. Yeah, Signalis. It reminded me of Fear Effect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all remember that game from the PS2, but that joint look all right, man. I downloaded that. I ain't started yet, but ain't nobody play it. Nobody play Game Pass games like that.
Well, I've been playing Persona 5, so
there's people that play Game Pass games.
I mean, yeah, like I've been playing. I mean, it does Persona 5 count as a Game Pass game?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I mean, never seen it coming.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been still playing. I'm gonna be probably playing this game for a long time. The thing is that I just finished the second palace. And I don't know, I'm liking the game, like I said, but it is time consuming. So I'm at that point where I'm like taking breaks and trying other games. I've also started, the game comes out tomorrow, so I can't really say much about it, but I started playing The Chant. I'm hoping to have a video out tomorrow about it, to give you my impression so far. I might have it even beat by then, but I think people are going to like that. As far as what else have I tried? I tried Call of Duty. I know we're going to talk about that. I can't say too much about it because I didn't play a whole lot of it. I think I've played literally 10 minutes into the first mission, and that's because I got the game as a surprise. Shout out to God's Bulldog 116. He gifted me the game, so I was not anticipating buying Call of Duty. Everybody knows my $70 protest, but he got it. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna shun it. I'll play it. Graphically, it looks out of this world. And I know Call of Duty typically looks good, but I feel like they did some other trickery with this one. Some of the Game Pass games I did try outside of Persona, there's this game. I don't know if it's like a Chinese game. It's like a 2D scroller like combat game, but the thing is, the language is all in like Taiwan, dude. Like the voice acting and the way that they're reading, like they're narrating the story is all. It's not in like it's not in English at all. You got to read the subtitles, but the way they're narrating it is like they're like yelling. And I thought it was funny, but I played a little bit of it. Was not feeling it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna catch on with some people. I tried Signalis. I played that through xCloud, a little bit of it, and there was another game, one of the games that are leaving soon. I've never played this, and I think Nick, you played this game. Is the Forgotten City? That game is quite interesting, and I didn't realize I saw that it was leaving soon.
That game was pretty good, bro.
I meant to play that game.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, I played it as soon as it came out in Game Pass. Like the game, like it's one of them games like Groundhog Day. Like
yeah,
I haven't seen the movie, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was good. I ain't gonna spoil it or nothing. But I would just say try it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just left Game Pass, but
it did?
that was really good.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm not gonna. Cause I played it. Yeah, I might have played it on the last couple of days. Cause I played that through xCloud on my way to like. It was on Saturday. We had our like long like shopping trip where we go to multiple grocery stores. I bought the Razor Kishi, and I was like, let me just try some games on the go, and that was one of the games. I was like, I never played it. I was like, I figured I'd try it on the cloud, and if it's good, and I'll download it on Xbox. I guess I can't do that. Over the weekend, Xbox had Diamnesia available for I think 3 days free to play. Yeah, I was playing. I played that. I don't believe I did 10 hours, but Xbox telling me I did 10 hours. I didn't beat the game. Obviously, I would like. It's a Souls-like game. I got through the first area, but then that area has like like missions after you get through the main area and do the like the boss fight. There are like sub things that you can do, and then alternative bosses you can do before going in. And I was like, I'm gonna just like instead of beelining it, let me just like completely explore the game. That area, I thought the game was pretty damn good. It at least early, for what I played, it was a good enough of a sample size where I was like, okay, I'll buy the game. I decided the thing is what determined if I was going to buy the game or not. If I got past that first boss, and I was like, all right, if I don't get past this first boss, I ain't buying the game. Finally got past him. I was like, all right, play some more. And then there's like a mutated version of this boss, and I'm at like the same point. But now I can't play it because it's no longer free. So I have to buy it. And I made the cardinal mistake. When they give you these games for like free, anything they do with like Game Pass or something like that, where they give you a trial of the game is discounted. So like I didn't buy the game in time, so it no longer has the discount that it had during the free play weekend. So I think it's good. I'm not in a hurry to buy it because one thing I was telling Hargy earlier today is that I'm playing too many games right now, right? And I'm having trouble focusing on like one. And then you obviously get a time consuming game like Persona, and then obviously I'm still playing 2K, trying to get through my career, and then the Halo update, which I still play, comes out next week. It's like I don't know what to do. So this year is actually going to be pretty funny. I still haven't finished Deathloop on Xbox or Scorn. Haven't finished Scorn yet. But I beat Deathloop, so I have an excuse why I don't really need. I'm not in a rush to play to finish Deathloop on Xbox. I beat it on PlayStation last year. But yeah, man, I started a lot of games this year, and I haven't finished a lot of them. I've started Ghostwire Tokyo, didn't finish that. Started Horizon Forbidden West, didn't finish that. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if it's like what it is. Like even though there was like a long drought earlier in the year. Games are starting to come. Oh, freak, a Plague Tale, which I like the game. It's like I didn't like drop it because I got bored. It's like I wanted to. I think I wanted to finish. I wanted to finish the game I was working on at the time that Plague Tale came out. I think I was. What the hell was I playing? No, I was playing Scorn. Then Plague Tale came out. I was like, okay, got through the first 2 chapters of that, and then Persona came, and then I got deep into that like more than I expected. Because right now I probably got like 20 some odd hour, 25, 26 hours in a Persona probably. I got deep into that. Now I got the game, the Thymesia. I want to say I wasted, but I wanted to try that game during its free play. So I spent like a day or two playing that game. And then now this game, The Chant, which comes out tomorrow, it's right now has my interest. Shout out to Wizard23. He says, I need to stream the rest of Scorn for the culture. Nah, I don't think
man. Do that.
I don't think I can do it. Things that I don't like about Scorn, right? I'll tell you what I do like about it. I like that it's one of the only next generation games taking advantage of FSR and really utilizing the Xbox's power, both of them. You got the Series S version running at high settings at 1080p, 60, damn near no drops. You got the Xbox Series X running at 1440p, but is using the FSR 2.0 to give it like this 4K image. It looks good, runs good. The thing I don't like about the game is that this, figure it out atmosphere, the annoying checkpoints where if you die after doing a ton of shit, the checkpoints are like old school, like you have to do a ton of shit again to get until you find the next checkpoint. I'm not a fan of the combat. It's like I got to the point where I get it. I understand the concept of the game and how to play and the puzzles. I like to boot it up, look at it, and just play through it. But it's not something like where I was like, man, I'm in love with this game. I got to finish it. There's no story. There's no narrative. So there's not really nothing to do. I feel like I would just be playing it to say, I beat it. And I'm going to do another video that I'm probably going to get in trouble for about this concept, but I'll leave that for another day. Shout out to Jack Move Johnny. So
nice.
Bless, you got something to say?
No, I just said nice.
Oh, okay. No, because I feel like I heard you having these felt like ad libs.
So you've been playing that high school game?
Yeah. Persona 5. I've been enjoying Persona 5.
That fire.
Yeah, you haven't started it yet, Nick?
Started it. I don't know, bro. I might try it. I ain't gonna do that. But my thing is, I don't know. I feel the same, but I do like the Final Fantasy remake, so I'm gonna try to finish that. I'm in the second chapter, like I said. So
definitely finish that, bro. It gets even better the longer you play it.
So I missed a couple things and this is anybody check out Atomic Heart. It finally got its release date revealed, right?
When's it coming out?
It's I believe please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's February 21st.
Yeah, it's like February, like late February.
Yeah, I've been anticipating that game for a while. That's actually pretty cool.
It's day one on Game Pass.
Play on PC.
Looking forward to that. There's also November Game Pass games were revealed. I know they got a lot of it's a lot of PC focus, but some of the highlights are Football Manager 2023. There's a Somerville, which kind of got like a surprise date. I've been waiting on this game. I've been waiting on more information on this game, and they just started tweeting hints. And then they finally announced the release date of November 15th. That was one of those games that was shown at the showcase. Looks good. I think it's by the Playdead, or at least one of the developers that used to be a part of Playdead. Is that correct?
What was the game?
Somerville.
Oh.
It's in the Game Pass song that I sang.
I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, but I don't know about the specifics.
And Obsidian's Pentiment also coming. I think that's November 9th, or is that also November 15th?
15th.
November 15th. Okay. Yeah. That game is starting to catch traction. I think it just went gold. Still, like, that's gonna be one of those games where, like, there's a lot of games that came out where I said, not interested, and then I try it, and then I find some interest in it. Scorn was one of those games, like, I had no intentions on playing Scorn, but I tried it, and I was like, all right, this is that decent. I could see the intrigue. Still not for me, but it was worth a try. Obsidian hasn't failed me yet over the past couple years. I'm not a big fan of the art style, and like, you guys know me. I like throw me into the action, and so I think that's what's really sort of throwing me off about this game. That it doesn't look like a traditional video game. It's like, am I just reading and choosing, picking and choosing, or is this like point and click? Hargy, do you know? Do you have, like, I don't know, any insight about like Pentiment? Do you have any anticipation on this game?
Yeah, I actually would like to play it. I like those kind of games, so I'm like one of the very few people I know that are like excited to actually play that game. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I wouldn't expect it to be a mid 90s type thing, but they generally do mid 80s, and that's good enough. That's a good enough game. So I'll be happy to try it out. Especially with the price being nothing.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I'm actually also looking forward to Somerville, right? So it is, the developer was the one who made Inside and Limbo, and so those are some pretty good indie games. So hopefully it'll be good, and it's in my neck of the woods, so Somerville, Mass. That's
what's up. Have you played? Can you describe any other game, maybe a game in the past or something that you play that this would be likely more comparable to?
Like an actual game, like basically it's a point and click adventure, right? So there's plenty of those that are actually on console, but a lot of them are on PC. So one that I did play that was very similar but is more comical was Procession to Calvary, that just left Game Pass. That was a very short game, but it had a very similar like aesthetic. But it was just a comedy of somebody who just wants to murder as many people as possible in medieval times, and that's basically the premise of the game. But it's a point and click adventure. So, but there are plenty of games that come out like that. So, so hopefully this will be pretty good, right? It's the story part of it that'll be interesting. So we'll see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that turns out. Like I said, I'm hope my that they blow. I don't want to say that I hope they blow my mind. I just hope it's a game that I can get into. You know what I mean? A lot of so far I played quite a few games that I typically don't like vibe with that actually hit somewhere. So never know.
A similar game that's coming in like a week, right? Is Return to Monkey Island is coming to Game Pass.
I've never played a Monkey Island game, and yeah, you're right. That is coming. That's a part of the November list, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's coming to cloud, console, PC, so you can check that out as well. It's another point and click adventure type game. From a long time ago, Lucas, I believe it was Lucas, games that used to come out, and now they have the same guy making this one as well. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good.
Nice. I don't know if I'll give that one a try, but it's popular among people. I'm not exactly sure why, but I do hear a lot about it, and I know there was like this excitement that this was also announced at the showcase, right? The Xbox Bethesda showcase, if I'm not mistaken, or
Return to Monkey Island, or because it was not. No, it wasn't.
No. All right, but. So I forgot, where did we hear about this game? Because I knew it was coming to Game Pass. I just didn't know if it was.
The Keighley shows. And
the
Game Pass announcement was just this.
Okay.
Very recent.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was one of the Keighley shows where we saw it. But yeah, Like I played those Monkey Island, so I thought that I like that kind of thing. It's you know it's humor, like stupid humor, like self-deprecating humor, and you know it's in a funny setting of you being a swashbuckling pirate type moron.
So you big on that High on Life thing that's coming out too, huh?
Which one? Sorry.
High on Life.
High on Life, yeah, that's actually an action game, right? So,
yeah, that's more up my alley.
That looks
yep,
fun.
it's a comedic action game, and yeah, I'm happy to try that too. Absolutely.
Yeah, they I think the developers recently came out to share how great of a partner Xbox has been for that game. So, I mean, I wish it was coming out much sooner. The games in December is not like, is not my like great games have came out in December, of course, but it's just like I'm just getting used to it because usually like December is like sort of the afterthought. But I'll point out some highlights that did come out in recent years. I know Cyberpunk didn't like, you know, at launch didn't like do what it was supposed to do, but it was, I guess it was a fine game on PC, but it was a big game, right? Still, regardless of the state it launched in, it was still like a big and anticipated game. For me, Immortals Phoenix Rising, which was like, was that last December or 2020 December? That was 2020 December.
2020. I think that was 2020.
Yeah.
I thought that was a terrific game. Like one of my favorite games that year. Which came out in like December as well. So, and I know this year, what is it? It's Callisto Protocol is coming out in December, right?
Yep.
High on Life, and I feel like there's something else that's coming out in December. Oh, the Marvel's Midnight Sun, I think is December as well.
Yep, that's
and Need for Speed is a December game. It's like what's going on?
December is opening up, man.
Yeah,
the new thing.
You also got Crisis Core in December as well.
Crisis Core, yeah, that's the Final Fantasy game, right? Yeah. Like one of the only Final Fantasy Xbox is getting in the last 5 years. But okay.
Be grateful, nigga. Be grateful.
Hey, so but yeah, man. So like High on Life, looking forward to seeing more of it. Right, it's already December, right? So not December, November. So already November. Next month we got the game awards. I don't know if they announced a date for that, right?
Yep, they did.
They did.
Yep, the 8th, I think.
Okay.
You can actually get tickets to it. It might already be sold out, but
I'm assuming this is still at the Microsoft Theater, right?
Yep.
Okay. So a lot of things that's coming out. Obviously, the God of War reviews, the meta is dropping soon, right? For God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
When
it's
is
like
their embargo?
It's like a few days from now, right?
Yeah, it should be coming in a few days.
Like the 5th or something.
So I've been reading the temperature on a lot of podcasts, and a lot of people talking. I was watching Porter Rock's podcast. I was watching, and then even obviously on Weapon Wheel. The temperature is like people don't think this game is going to hit like the 90s for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. Like
no,
I said,
it's not going to hit the 90s. Bro.
I saw it because it was like cross gen. Because we're in cross-gen period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had
devs are more critical on like, this game is being held back type shit.
It's not
maybe.
Even that.
I don't even think that's like the big factor. But Nick, tell me why. Like, why do you believe it's not going to hit a 90?
I want to hear this.
Because I don't think it's going to be nothing. All right, here's the thing, right? That was the PlayStation 4 gen, right?
Yeah.
It coming from the PS3, we can see the big jump, the big wow in the new God of War. This is the next generation God of War, and I'm telling you, it's not going to be that much of a difference in coming from gen to gen. You get what I'm saying? Like,
of course. They even said it themselves. They came out and said that. I think it was the creative director. He said that they weren't able to fully utilize the PS5 because they're still making the game for PS4.
Thank you. So,
but I don't. Even despite that, I still think it's going to be better than 2018.
Let me close it out with this. I'm gonna close it out with this. Same thing Xbox fans was being upset about, right? What were they upset about? The jump from Gears 4 to Gears 5. They was wondering why it didn't score higher, and that's the thing. You know,
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying, bro.
I mean, the new 90 is 88. So I mean, if it cracks, I mean, for Sony at least, the new 90 is 88. Like all their games just been getting 88 for whatever the fucking reason. So I mean, if it cracks 90, that'd be.
I'm not saying
it would be the only. It would be the only. It would be the only main God of War that didn't crack 90. So
88.
I think it's gonna hit 90 at the very least.
88.
If it didn't, I mean, I guess it would be entertaining
because it's a direct sequel to 2018. They're not gonna take a step back in terms of gameplay. It's gonna feel very familiar, obviously, with some added mechanics to the game. Visually, it's gonna look better. And then they're gonna continue the narrative from where we were at before. And what we've seen so far from Santa Monica over an extended period of time is that they do a really good job of crafting a story. So I believe that it's gonna be a 90, but I don't think it's gonna score higher than 2018.
You know, it's funny. Like you're saying, like, oh, the game's gonna be better in every possible way.
I didn't say every possible way.
Well, in most ways.
I didn't say in most ways and in every way. I said it's mostly gonna be familiar to what we've already played, but there's gonna be some aspects that they add onto it. That's not saying it's better. They're just adding stuff to it. They have a formula that works. It's just, hey, continue doing what you've been doing. That's it.
So you don't think it's going to be better in most ways?
I think it's going to be a better game. Obviously, it's a sequel, but not every aspect of the game is going to be this massive leap because you're still making the game for PS4. That's what I said.
No, I don't mean like in a massive way. I just mean better. Because like I was going to say, shout out to Jack Move. People, they reviewed Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, it's better than every other way. But Metacritic
It was.
It was.
It was better, but it's a lower Metacritic.
I feel the same way about Horizon because Zero Dawn had a lot of glaring issues with the game, despite it being really good. I thought Forbidden West addressed those issues and improved the game a lot, and it reviewed worse than the first one. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. That could happen. That's what I'm saying.
That's I think that's a better analogy for that. Yeah, I think that is a better one because that was a better game than the first one. It's like they hit everything that they wanted to hit the first time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think is going to happen with God of War.
And that's unfortunate because that Guerrilla Games put a lot of effort and work into Forbidden West, despite it being a cross-gen game. You can see the improvements and feel the improvements in the game over Zero Dawn. And do I think that Ragnarok is going to have that same kind of impact in terms of game over game improvements? Not really, because they didn't have as many issues as Zero Dawn had with God of War 2018.
Yeah, I agree with that. But to the point of the previews though, going at the previews, at least the previews that are nitpicking. The previews that are nitpicking are all saying similar things where it's like this is definitely feel like it's, tailored in the PS4 gen. You could definitely feel the setbacks. I guess before chapter 5 at least, like it plays very much similar. There's not much different. That type of vein, but they weren't obviously able to talk past chapter 5, whatever the fuck happens in chapter 5. Yeah. And they were talking about even like there's squeezing sections, at least Digital Founder mentioned, like, oh, there's squeezing sections where like you have to actually squeeze even your boat, like you have to squeeze under your boat. But
they still have those sections. It's not streamlined, it's not seamless.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, you can't say that that's also a way of breaking pacing. It's not necessarily to always for loading. It is a way of breaking pacing as well. Like walking sections.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily always loading, but it is a good. It would make a good hidden loading screen in most games, I guess. But
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
They're the kings of doing that.
So, I mean, how many of you guys are picking up God of War Ragnarok?
I'll pick up the PC version.
Definitely pick
not day one.
I'll pick up the PC version.
I told you what I was going to do. I'm like, my birthday is the beginning of December. I'm just going to get the game for my birthday. That's it.
Hold on. Somebody lying on this podcast.
Who's that?
Why would I lie? I know you're talking
You're gonna
about
wait.
me.
You're gonna wait 2 years to play the game, bro.
He doesn't have to wait 2 years. He has to wait
Hey,
a
it's
year.
not gonna be 2 years. That shit ain't even gonna be 2 years, though.
You know how
I mean,
Bless is. Bless ain't paying for the shit. He a pirate. That motherfucker a pirate.
No, I'm
Let me
buying
ask-
it, bro.
He's Captain Jack Sparrow out here in this bitch.
Wow.
No,
So
I'm
how
buying it.
long you willing to wait until you be like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it on PlayStation.
I
long?
mean,
A year.
I don't really have a time frame, bro. I just like
Give me a
I'm not.
time
I have
Give me one.
Forbidden West, but I just don't feel like
Okay.
playing it. Like I
Bless
don't feel
Red.
like it. I'm
Bless-
not.
Bless-
I play what I
Bless-
feel like playing, right? So
Bless.
I just don't feel like
Give
playing.
give me a time that you think you would be like, just give me one. Just be
Bro,
like, you know what? It's been 2 years. You know what? I want to experience this game. You will not. You're a gamer at the end of the day. You will not play this game, bro. You will wait some more.
I mean, my initial thought process was like, I'm gonna wait because I'm not gonna buy a game for $70. But then also, if I'm just gonna wait for that, why not just wait to play it the best version? Because I don't want to. I don't like having to buy something twice. That's not like, oh, I want to do that. No, I don't want to.
But once
So
you have, that
I'm already
experience,
waiting.
why
So
would
why
you
not?
buy it? Again, you paying for your time. You might not. Yo, bro, come on, bro. I don't know, man.
I'm paying for my time. I don't necessarily want to buy the same product twice, bro.
You don't have to buy it twice.
You
a
might not be
pirate,
able
bro.
to buy it twice. The world might blow up tomorrow.
You
bro.
a pirate, man. You know what you be doing.
You
You
know,
know you gonna be buying PlayStation games on
Y'all be
PC. You be
tripping.
pirating that shit.
Why are you lying, bro?
What did you do? What did you buy Uncharted?
I don't buy PlayStation games on PC. That's an absolute lie.
No, what did you buy Uncharted?
That specific game, no, I didn't buy it.
Oh man, this dude's Captain Jack Sparrow, bro.
I've bought way more
Yeah,
games
it's
I've ever
terrible.
pirated.
You're a
I've bought way
pirate.
more PlayStation games I've pirated. Look at my Steam list. That
You're a
shit
pirate,
that shit's not
man.
invisible, nigga.
And when God of War comes out, he's gonna pirate that on PC too.
Who else
Yeah.
buying Ragnarok?
Yeah,
bro?
I didn't
Go
buy
crazy.
Spider-Man. I didn't buy Horizon. I didn't buy Little Big Planet. I didn't buy what else? Okay, shut the fuck up.
Nah, you a pirate, bro.
Okay.
You proud about
Okay.
it too. Yo, whoever's in the stream, make sure y'all go to his Twitter. This man is really open about being a pirate, man.
I already said why I pirated
That R.
Uncharted.
Hargeet, are you getting
have the multiplayer?
Are you getting Ragnarok or
Clear.
I don't even know if you have a PlayStation or not, but just figure ass.
Me,
do.
I sold my PlayStation
Oh,
because
sorry.
I
Oh, you
can't
did?
deal with the stupid
Whoa.
controller. So I don't have a
We
PS5
gotta
anymore.
unpack this. Why
Oh,
did
you
you sell
don't-
your PS5, brother?
He said it placed the controller.
Yeah, so ever since I had PS2 onwards, and
Mhm.
every one of their controllers, if I start playing, about an hour in, my hands start aching.
Oh, so
And-
it's
Oh,
ergonomic.
it's because
No.
of the analog sticks.
It's whatever it is with
Yeah.
their controllers. And I'm like, I give up. I just don't like at this age. I'm done.
Yeah.
I need my hands. I don't care. So they say they're putting their games on PC. I'll play with my Xbox controller on PC.
There you
And
I
go.
honestly
There you
didn't
go.
like that. I
There
didn't
you
like
go.
it in the beginning, I couldn't do it at first.
Yeah.
But the parallel analogs is definitely a issue
It is.
for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Where the analogs are positioned. Because
Yep.
does holding it feel bad? Just regularly holding it? Is
It's
that pain?
probably just
like-
that, right? Because like when you're holding the Xbox controller, your hand is in a normal configuration, right? But to
Mhm.
hold the other one, you kind of have to angle your thumb to kind of
Yeah.
keep it like safe in your hand. And I think that's it. It just gets so tiring that my hands are like,
Mhm.
stop doing this.
Yeah, I have to take one of my thumbs and
Shit.
push the other one over. I used to hate doing that. I'm like, damn, why can't I'm used to it now though. I kind of like got used to it, but
Mhm.
I can see what he's saying on that tip. Like,
I think there are like devices to where like you could plug it in and like use different controllers.
Yeah, for PS4, there was like a scuff controller that had the other mode, right? The standard
Yeah.
sticks, but the scuff controller only works for PS4 games, not 5. And I'm like, okay, come on, I'm just kind of done. And if
No,
they had
I'm-
like a simple option, I'd absolutely keep it. But
he talking about
No, I meant like a device, like a Bluetooth device where you can like I have a Bluetooth
use
device.
an Xbox controller.
Yeah, where like you plug in a
very
Bluetooth
nice.
device where you can use like a Switch controller or Xbox or PlayStation. Like
Yeah, that
I haven't tried that on
potentially
PS5,
work.
but I know that this device works on PS4 for sure. So
Yeah,
I mean, you try that, but
but yeah, I mean,
you're gonna play it
ultimately,
on
like,
PC anyway. So
Jim Ryan, assuming he's not lying, said that they're going to go multi-plat for all their games, and so I'm like, fine, you know, if you're gonna
Yep. Essentially.
I'll just put it out.
say
It's
that,
fine.
bro.
It takes a year, 2 years, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
No,
PS5 is
it wasn't him.
PS5
it was
is the great
Herman. It was
timed
Herman
exclusive.
Holst.
Yeah, he came out later and said this is what we're going to do, right? So, but I think Jim Ryan did come out and say
Herman,
we're going multi-plat.
It's all these other guys. Who's the other guy? Not Jim Ryan. The other dude that's like headed like their studios and stuff.
That's
He's the
Herman.
Metal
Holst.
Gear Sony.
That's Herman Hulse.
Herman,
that's
Herman. Yeah, Herman's like, yeah, we're gonna make sure these games come to PC at least a year later. I said, oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That I mean, that's basically what a PS5 is a
Profit,
big
though.
timed
A
exclusive.
lot of profit on PC,
Yep.
except for Uncharted. Uncharted
Yo,
did like
this
10K.
dude, Blessed Red is
Uncharted
so
flop.
messy, man.
All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying this conversation. Hit the like button, hit the share button. All right, so Nick, you're the only one in this chat that's getting God of War Day 1, Ragnarok. I look forward to a review, buddy.
Damn, really?
I'm asking.
Yeah, you the only one in here that's getting a day one right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
kind of crazy, honestly.
Chris ain't here.
Yeah, I'm the
Chris
only
can't cap
one
for the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it day one, but
Yeah, Nick and Logan. Nick, Logan, and Chris, I expect. Yeah, Dave,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, you're not getting it day one?
No, I can't afford it.
Yeah. Chris would listen to this, and Chris would be listening to this. And
I'm dead serious, bro.
No, you
No,
serious,
I can't. No, dude. I wasn't even going to buy Call of Duty. I would have just been watching everybody else. I was not going to buy it. I didn't buy it. I haven't bought in this. All right, here's the thing, right? What's going on?
Stay strong. No $70 game.
No, congrats to me. I did get a promotion, but it doesn't start until mid-month. So I will be changing like the podcast schedule. Because there's no way I could like do week and then go into like late in the night. So I'll pretty much make a tweet or something like that on what day. But after we discuss obviously on like the Twitter DMs.
Man, well, you be all right, man.
Yeah,
I got you.
But as far as but for real, for like game, like literally is like I have not been, I haven't purchased anything, major. You know what I mean?
I got you on God of War. How about that?
The PlayStation don't do game gifting.
Oh. Well,
like how I did for him. Remember how I got him Horizon because I lost the bet? I just shipped it to him. That was it.
Yeah, buy him a digital code or something from like Amazon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got the digital PlayStation, so I'm
yeah. Nick, buy him a digital code on Amazon.
Yeah, I would just do it like that.
Wait, can you do
whatever it is?
Think you can?
Yeah, you can buy digital codes on Amazon.
Buy the digital code. Send it to this man.
PlayStation doesn't. They allow digital code because they.
Yeah,
I didn't think they did.
Yeah, you can put codes in on PlayStation. They're not barbaric. You could put in digital codes.
No. PlayStation literally were strict with their digital games being sold at other places. Like they want to, like that's why you can't get them off like CD keys and all other stuff. Like.
I can't get them off CD keys and stuff like that.
No, I'm not talking about for a discount. I'm talking about buying the actual digital code.
Yeah, you can.
Like you can go to like Amazon or GameStop directly. You can go to GameStop and buy digital code.
No, they don't have. They just gonna sell you the PlayStation money. I think you can't buy the digital.
Oh yeah, you need to get. You're right. A gift card, right? A gift. Yeah, the PlayStation gift. Speaking of that, let me do that right now. Let me unsubscribe for the PlayStation Plus before they charge my broke ass $120. Let me. So I need.
Oh, you got the upgraded version.
Yeah, because I upgraded for that. I gotta remember because it's scheduled to I think auto renew on the 9th, and I can't allow them to do that. So.
Oh hell no.
So not happening. Like because you want to hear this is crazy. Out of the 5 months that I had that PlayStation Plus, you want to know what games I've played with that service?
Stray,
Shadow Warrior 3.
Oh
wait, you didn't play Stray?
I played Stray and I just stopped playing it.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be honest. Shadow Warrior.
Bro, like
you played a game you already had.
I didn't have Shadow Warrior. I didn't have Shadow Warrior.
Oh no, you played it though. You played
it
on Xbox,
on PlayStation. No, I played it on PlayStation. Through PlayStation Plus.
Oh wow. Okay, never mind.
And I went back to go get the platinum, and the game is out of the service, bro. Like I was back because I got 2 trophies for the platinum, and I was like, I ain't buying this shit for $50, bro.
Forget that,
Bro.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your PlayStation Plus, man. I remember that. And then I played it, and I ain't like it. I ain't like it like I like the second.
Oh,
I don't know what it was.
Oh man. Yeah, so that's like my PlayStation. Literally, I clean my PlayStation with the little vacuum duster, like every now and then, because like I mean, it's cool to look at. I just haven't been playing it. Like I mean, I'm probably wasting money with this thing sitting here.
I haven't been playing either of my consoles. I've just been on PC. That's it.
You on that Modern Warfare grind?
There's nothing enticing for me to play on console right now in regards to like a first party title.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, man. Especially from, I mean, you got Phil Spencer talking about, we're gonna give you first party soon. We're listening to you guys. You better be listening, Phil.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they got something for you like next week
right
though.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
but you ain't getting the game day one though.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not spending 70.
Yeah,
I haven't spent 70 in the game except for Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. So you're on the $70. Oh no, you broke. You were almost on the
Why
70.
would I
No
spend
70.
70 on the game that I can get for free on my birthday? Like, come on, bro. Let's be logical.
I think
true.
Speaking of what you said, Phil Spencer, he spoke. I forgot those girls' names that they usually get.
Justine, her sister.
Yeah. So he went. He spoke on their podcast. Talked about a cool things. Obviously, one of the things he talked about is the headline of this podcast, but I do want to talk about his comment on the lack of first party AAA games out of Xbox. This is the second the lack of first party AAA games from Xbox.
He's acknowledging it.
This is the second time this has happened in 5 years. Now, technically, I can't even say that because 2017 at least had Halo Wars 2 and Forza Motorsport 7. Now think about it, that's the last time Forza Motorsport came out. And so pretty much the games that had to carry the Xbox One X was essentially Forza Motorsport 7 and I think Cuphead, because Crackdown 3 was ultimately delayed into 2019. So 2022 is essentially like, as far as like game output, the difference this year versus 2017 is that 2017 third party was dropping games to help fill the void. This year, I feel like, now obviously these last couple weeks is different, but as a year, if I'm reviewing the year overall, this year has been lackluster across the board. So when Xbox wasn't putting out anything, it felt even worse because there was no backup. There was no third party games to go to, and he said it's been too long since Xbox since they released the game, and like I'm like, one would think that they should have been able to see that and make arrangements to help avoid that with just certain things you do. So that's some of the things I don't understand.
Have a plan.
Have a plan. Yeah.
You're expecting too much.
They should have once they got the first hint that Starfield and Redfall wasn't coming this year, they should have had they should have money had it something. Like I would have money had it something.
You just associated Xbox and planning in the same sentence. There's no correlation with that. And another thing is expectations. You should have no expectations from Microsoft at this point. I'm sorry. They've completely fumbled this year. This is bad.
Yeah. This is a horrible year. Now I'm not sure.
They fumbled E3. Like the showcase was
E3 wasn't too bad, but my thing is
it wasn't too bad. But
this year, no, not really. I don't know if they purposely let this year go to shit to help them position themselves for this Activision deal, but
they had nothing.
Yo, you know how weak Xbox's year has been, bro. Sony didn't even have a showcase this year. God damn, they skipped. Them niggas went to sleep. Yeah. They went to sleep.
Yeah,
and no one's talking about that. Nobody's talking about how Sony didn't have a showcase.
All
we want to talk about right now is PSVR 2 and freaking God of War.
Yeah.
Do you think they ever will? Do you think Sony will ever do a showcase?
No, there's no need for them to do it.
Probably next year. But not this year. It's November.
It's too late. It's too late for them to do a showcase.
I don't think they ever will. I think Jim Ryan looks at the cost and says, "Why?" When he came in, he stopped E3. He's like, "Why am I spending money on this?"
No, I'm talking about their own showcase.
Return on investment here of doing this whole showcase thing. I don't think he sees value. So I think he just stopped it. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. I think he just sees the money that being spent and is like, I didn't get shit for that.
Having a showcase cost them nothing. That's not a lot of money for them to do their own.
Especially
virtually.
Yeah, I'm talking about their own showcase, not E3.
It's not a lot of money though.
Even their own. Like putting that together is not. It's not free. It takes money.
I mean, yeah, you gotta, you know.
How much do you think it is?
Hundreds of thousands easily, if not millions.
Hundreds of thousands to Sony is nothing. That's a marketing expense there.
It's money. You don't understand. Jim Ryan wants every dollar. Dude, he is a money guy. He does not.
I understand he is a money guy, but doing the showcase pits more eyes on your product to make even more money.
Yeah, like we would understand that, right? You want hype for your environment. You want hype for your ecosystem. People should get hype for the games coming. He doesn't care about that because look, people go buy the games anyway. It doesn't matter, right? So he's looking at bottom line. If I do this or I don't, if I get no change in the amount of actual purchases, then what's the point of doing it? Why waste the money?
I
think that's where he is.
Change in PlayStation Plus dropping 2 million subs.
And they're blaming that on people going out. I tend to agree that that's not it. I think it's more the like their push that all games that you have to play have to be AAA bangers, and like if you just have little AA or indie games, that's not good enough, and nobody wants this stuff. It's like, okay, but that mindset makes it that people just walk away from your stuff instead of engaging, right? Whereas Nintendo, they haven't lost subscriptions. Microsoft's growing, so like, and they promote indies, right? So it's different, right? And Microsoft has 0 AAA games, as we just said, right? 0, and they're still growing. They're not losing subscribers; they're growing. So it's really just them.
I think my grievance with them and that is that we understand the potential that they have to grow even faster and more if they had something there. That's my thing. Like they can grow so much more if they just had a roadmap of, hey, these are the titles that are coming out. Like there's titles that they announced in 2020 that we have no updates for whatsoever. We have no idea in terms of where they're at in terms of development of those games. Release window, stuff like that. No teasers being dropped or dev diary. Nothing. It's just quiet. So for me, it's like I'm not gonna sit here and say Xbox is gonna be able to do anything until they show me.
That's fair.
I do think he may have a point though, because like you're looking at think about how like the original God of War was marketed coming up to release, and like how Spider-Man was marketed. They had that shit courtside of of an NBA fucking basketball game. They had trailers during the Super Bowl type shit. I mean, did they do that for Horizon? The new Horizon?
Yeah, Horizon.
Like, did they do anything?
A lot of marketing. Yeah, a lot of marketing for Horizon.
Did they do anything crazy though?
Crazy? I wouldn't say crazy, but they definitely put a good amount of marketing into it. Like there was visibility for the game.
Have you seen much for God of War?
I wouldn't say the same for Ragnarok. Actually, not. I would actually Ragnarok does, because when I'm on like YouTube, when I'm on Twitch, even when I'm watching like basketball games and football games, I'm seeing advertisements for Ragnarok right now.
Okay, so they are at least advertising it.
Yeah, I'm advertising it. There's commercials. Like there's visibility for that game as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying more like on like the grand spectacle type shit that they're used to do. They haven't been on that.
I agree with you from that standpoint. Traditionally, no, but they still are like putting a lot of eyes on it, though.
Yeah, but in a cheaper way overall, though. They were like, we don't need to put Spider-Man on the side of a train.
We would have had like a big we would have had like a big state of play for the game, which we still haven't had like a huge state of play for Ragnarok. We haven't had that, right? The only marketing that we have is like you hop on Twitch or you watch TV, you see like a quick 30-second ad, maybe even 20 seconds. Yeah. And they just had something with LeBron recently. LeBron, Ben Stiller, and what's the other guy? Frick is his name. I forgot his name, but like they had like 3 celebrities like talking about God of War. It's pretty entertaining. But other than that, like they're not like going crazy with the ads. So from that point, I agree, but they're still advertising. It's just not as much money being pumped into it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, in that facet, that's why I can see where it's coming from in terms of like no more showcases. But that'd suck, honestly. I really like the showcases. Then theirs be the best ones. I don't give a fuck about Nintendo and Xboxes. I mean, they try, but I mean, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Xbox did like more marketing, but right now there's no nothing to market. But PlayStation, yeah, Horizon had heavy marketing. God of War is getting marketing as well. You got to think if you're watching like I have no idea if you're watching like the World Series or the NBA games and stuff like that. Expect to see them and stuff like that. The other thing that happened over in PlayStation Land, PSVR, $549, February 23rd. Was everybody expecting this? Because everybody's like, "Oh, you're expecting this."
I wasn't expecting that big of a price, but at the same time, when you look at what that VR headset is capable of doing,
yep,
it does a lot more than current VR headsets are in the market right now. So that's to be expected. It's a premium product that costs a lot of money for Sony to make. A lot of R&D went into it, so they want to make a return on investment on that. Do I think it's gonna sell like hotcakes? No, but it's obviously gonna sell out day one because there's a demand from not only hardcore VR users but people who've never been into VR who are saying, "Hey, I have a PS5. It's a very capable system, and I'm willing to try out VR games on that system because they're investing in that as well." So I think that it's going to do relatively well. In the short term, once it's readily available, it's not gonna like go crazy, right? Like how when Oculus first came out, but over time it definitely is.
I think that pricing is really, really good. For at least technology wise, I know like it's gonna be they basically are starting from scratch because there's no backwards compatibility. But the one thing that they really need to focus on though, or I hope that they are not dumb, is have the ability for PC. They need the PC market, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the big thriving market for VR and games as well.
I agree. I agree.
So they need that shit.
Yeah, they're gonna push way more units of it if they have support for PC. Plus, it's a simple USB-C connector that connects it to the PS5. So why not enable connectivity for PC as well?
Yeah. Well, you know of another thing, y'all forgetting something.
Well,
this is the most important thing. Man, will it be available to buy for consumers or people on the market that's trying to resell it?
I mean, there's always going to be resellers. Resellers resell anything.
It's not doing the PS5s. I'm telling you, man, bro. Like they already said, software and what's the name went down. We already knew that was gonna happen because scalpers got most of the consoles. Like and so like we already knew
they didn't
that
get most. They didn't get most because even though it got scalped, remember you still have consumers still buying in the aftermarket.
The problem is a lot of those consoles. If scalpers are buying them, then nobody's buying the software like they used to, and it's showing in numbers. So you can say what you want to say, but what we're seeing is that's my excuse for the numbers being down. But anyway,
right now, that's not the excuse for the numbers being down. The excuse for the numbers being down is the fact that we're seeing mass inflation. People are cutting back on spending on entertainment. That's the main reason.
No, that's a fact.
That's
talking.
Not just gaming.
Talking hardware. I'm not talking hardware.
It's not just hardware. Software is reflected on that as well.
Well, hold on, bro.
You just brought up scalping, which is hardware. What are you talking about?
Okay, listen to
contradicting your point then.
No, listen to what I'm saying, bro. I'm trying to explain it to you because you didn't listen. I said because of hardware, the software and subscription services are down, which we predicted last year.
Okay,
everybody predicted
we're in 2022, right? We're not talking about 2021. We're in 2022. If you look at what's happening globally, there is mass inflation, right? The cost of goods and services are increased as a result. So people are going to cut back on spending on what? Entertainment. People are not spending as much money on video games as they were before. Subscription numbers are declining across multiple services as well. That's going to impact games as well.
No, but
they're only declining for Sony.
No, I mean you look at Netflix.
No, hold
Well,
on. Y'all
People
missing
forget
the
about
point,
the
bro.
Kind of
Netflix.
maxing out.
Bro,
No,
y'all
that
missing
is
the
true,
point.
but
Oh,
it's also
Nintendo and Microsoft are not declining in
oh
subscription.
my god. Yeah,
not-
like the
I'm not
crazy
saying
thing is,
Microsoft is. I'm saying across the industry.
Xboxes is kind of stagnating.
bro, the hardware sales didn't decline. So this is my point. Like I'm not
Yep.
talking about
You're
nothing
talking
else.
about software. Yeah, you're talking about software. And I'm
Yeah,
talking about
so-
software as well.
So listen, so we're gonna do this. Like, listen. So the hardware sales incline, but the software decline. You see what I'm saying now? It's painting a picture.
I'm
Is it
saying
incline?
the same thing. I'm
It's
saying
like-
the same thing
So
too.
people buying the systems, but they're not buying the software, meaning that scalpers got most of the goddamn consoles.
And I'm telling you
Nobody's
that's
buying
not the case.
software.
I'm telling you that's not the case.
Oh, so what's the case then?
I
What's the
just
case?
told you, global
Yo,
inflation,
people
and
buying
we're in a
consoles,
recession.
Yeah.
but people are
People,
buying.
yeah,
All right.
people are buying the systems,
not
but the
buying
systems are
games.
not.
They bought
Systems
the
are not
systems,
selling
not
at the
buying
same
games.
volume that they were before a year ago. Same thing
No.
with the software.
No, the
And this
systems
is across multiple industries. The volume of products and services are not moving the same way they were a year ago.
Yeah, PS5s. I mean, you could. I mean, this is
So
more
you
of
saying
like
that
a.
hardware
This,
sales is down? That's what you're telling me right now.
I
I'm telling
mean,
you, hardware isn't going as fast as it was a year ago.
I
And
mean,
software
you could.
follow up as a
year
result.
to year.
Yeah,
So
I
year to
mean,
year.
Nick, you can look at this anecdotally. Like, how long was like the Horizon Forbidden West bundle of the PS5 in stock on Sony's website? Like,
Weeks.
like over time, you can see that PS5s are staying in stock for longer and longer.
Thank you.
Like, you can see that. You can see that. Like,
All right, so
that's
let's
something
get
that has
back-
been that.
I'm not. I get what you're saying. I said you're right. All right. So here's the thing, right? So will that PSVR 2 be in stock?
I mean, it's gonna sell. It's gonna.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
flop.
sell
It's-
because
it's
there's
gonna
be
sell out
demand from
immediately,
a certain-
regardless.
A certain base,
Nah,
yeah.
It's
Like there's
it's
gonna be a
always
certain base of games I wanted.
yeah.
Nah,
All
if
typically
it's
products
25
if they're. All right,
Go ahead.
Nick, let me put you on game. Typically,
ahead.
if products are even somewhat
That's crazy, bro.
somewhat in demand, they're gonna sell out immediately. You look at shoes.
Just because
look
you
at-
got
you
500
wait, hold
fucking
on.
consoles, you
hold
can
on.
sell out if you only got 500. That doesn't even make sense. Like,
hold
to-
on.
to brag about.
Hold on, Nick. Hold on. If something is even slightly in demand, it's gonna typically sell out, be sold out immediately. You look at phones, you look at shoes, you look at consoles, you look at like any honestly any product typically. If
That's not true.
if it's in somewhat of a demand, and it can be scalped to a degree, people will absolutely buy it up immediately. That doesn't mean you're not going to be
What
able
are
to
you talking
find.
about, bro? What are you talking about, though? Like you saying
What do
somewhat,
you mean?
and you giving all these words that throw it off to leave it open. No, it doesn't matter if it's able to be scalped.
Bro,
it's able. Hold
it's
on.
it's
Okay,
Nick,
go ahead.
Nick. It is a product. It is a product that is in somewhat of a demand. People will buy it and try to scalp it. That's what scalpers
No,
do. They find products, whether it's shoes, whether it's phones, it doesn't matter. People try to scalp anything. If they can make
Yeah.
if they
You
if
said
there is
scalp
a
with a super
demand,
P.
if there is
Yeah,
if there is a demand of some kind,
Dude,
if there is a
You-
demand of some kind, and there's going to be a limited supply at launch, scalpers will buy it. But that
nobody,
doesn't. But
bro,
hold on, let me
nobody
get to my.
arguing that, bro. Nobody is
But-
even arguing that. Like, what are you talking about?
Let me get to
You
my.
were trying to say that
Jesus,
scalping
I'm
is
trying.
leading to less software sales.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm
like,
talking about
I'm-
for the PS5, yo. Y'all
And
talking
in the
about
point that I'm trying to get to, that you keep cutting me off on, is that the PSVR 2 is not going to be as much in demand as a full-on console. That's the point I was trying to get to, but you
So
kept
that's
cutting
why
me
I said-
off.
Yo, like all I'm saying is, are they gonna be able to produce a lot? Because they was complaining that they couldn't produce a lot of PS5s, man. I'm going by what Sony's saying. Fuck what
There-
y'all saying.
It's
Y'all
gonna
crazy.
100% sell out like within like a week. I promise you, it's gonna sell.
Yeah,
out.
but
That happens
I wanna
with
hear
basically any product that's in somewhat of a demand, like I was saying, because of scalpers. Guarantee you,
Okay.
you'll be able to find it within like a week or two on eBay. Somebody scalping it. If it's in somewhat of a demand, scalpers will try to make money, bro. That's my
If it-
point.
I don't even want to, because that even what you just now said sound crazy, nigga. Like,
How does that sound crazy? Scalpers
Let-
scalp
let me-
iPhones, they scalp Samsungs, they
Did you just
scalp
ask me a question
Bro.
and just kept talking, nigga. Like, what is going on?
What do you mean? How does that sound crazy? Scalpers try to make money.
Talking if you ask me a question, bro, so I can answer it. That's what I said.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, iPhones are in more demand than the PS5, but yet you can still get them. They ready available. Ain't nobody scalping them. So shut the fuck up with that lie.
What are you talking about? They were backordered. They were on back ordered. What are you talking about? You're telling me a week after the iPhone 14 Pro Max was launched, you could get an iPhone 14 Pro Max? Are you serious?
The iPhone.
Are you blind? This happens every year with iPhones.
What you're trying to say? Get to what you're trying to say.
iPhones become out of stock bro. Within a week, you cannot get an iPhone 14 Pro Max or 13 Pro Max. What are you talking about?
Get the iPhone point.
You want me
this nigga Nick is lying. What the fuck?
I can get one right now.
It's not a week or two after release. What the fuck? It's been 2 months, nigga.
Wow. Okay.
What are you talking about?
PS5, bro. This is ridiculous.
Bro, you're really telling me a week after launch, you could just walk into like a carrier store and get a 14 Pro Max? That's what you're telling me? Really?
Bro. We're not going.
Were you born yesterday? How the fuck? Come on, bro. That happens every iPhone launch. They always become backordered. Always. Every launch. What are you talking about?
Where you live at, man?
Where do you live? What the fuck? They always become backordered. What the fuck?
Red is nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Go ahead. Like literally, you're really gonna come at me, bro? I worked in the phone industry, nigga. I know this shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right. All right. Oh my God. All right. Let's go. Well, moving on.
Really? Bro, read a newspaper, my dude. Jesus
all right. So, Hargy, help me out with this, right? And I'm pretty sure you're gonna know, but for some reason, right? We know. Was it last year? A couple years ago, they announced that Crystal Dynamics will be working with the initiative to help, ship Perfect Dark. And now we learned through Jason Schreier, maybe LinkedIn. I don't know if it was a formal announcement, because the Crystal Dynamics one was like a formal announcement, like a studio announcement, right? But we learned that Adios Montreal, the makers of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider, they're helping Playground with Fable. A lot of people are taking this,
who's helping with Fable?
Adios Montreal, the people that just did Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Wait, so you telling me why? Go ahead.
So
you got all these you got Microsoft and these studios calling for help.
Well, that is kind of normal for AAA development.
So
it is normal for AAA development, but why is this getting announced now?
It wasn't announced. It was just
it was something somebody found out. Jason Schreier found out.
Dude.
No, you're right. But what was it? The report about like a AAA third party studio working? Because it's typically like not AAA third party studios. It's usually like smaller supporting
they get
studios.
A support studio, you getting a whole AAA dev to help you out with this. Like that's the thing. That's
Eidos. The Eidos to help with Fable, and Crystal Dynamics is doing Perfect Dark basically by themselves because
the Crystal Dynamics
it's a skeleton crew.
We know what the
initiative. So
the hype was like, oh, we're a quadruple A studio, and then we find out a lot of people are quitting because it's just no sense of direction whatsoever. So they have to get the stimulus package from Crystal Dynamics. Like this is the type of shit I'm talking about with Microsoft. Like, how do you expect me to have any faith in the video game when they can't even
wait? You upset because they're getting? I don't understand. There's 9 studios that worked on Ragnarok. There's about like 8 studios that worked on Call of Duty, but because Playground is partnering with Eidos, one studio to work.
We have one main studio doing the majority of the work. And
how do you know? Are you there? Are you in the trenches?
How is that even realistic?
I'm not in the trenches. I can watch
the studios that are helping in God of War support studios.
Smooth. They both.
None of those studios are like.
They love Chief Collector. They
Who points to support studio? Because they've launched actual games. They ship multiple games.
Those are all remix.
Don't care. They still ship them.
They're not a main studio.
They still ship games. They're not a support studio.
I mean, like, look, arguing these things is stupid, right?
They make remakes.
Developers, they're making a game. I don't see what the
they
point
don't make
is,
their own
right?
IP.
Well, Ben makes its own IP and then supported making Last of Us. Is Bend a useless studio that should never make another game? I mean, these are just stupid arguments. Like, people make games, whatever. They work on a game. I don't see the big deal, right? So, but I kind of understand why this might happen, because the assumption that Embracer has a shit ton of cash that they can just allow somebody to spend 5 years making a game. I don't think that's true. They have to borrow money to buy these studios. So for them, this is like fantastic. Microsoft's going to fund their people for the next few years to make games. That's awesome, right? All the while they can keep making the games they want to make, right? And that way they don't have to front load everything with like borrowed money. So I can see why they would want to do that. I don't know how long this has been in place. We know about the initiative one. That happened before they were sold off, right? These might be after they were sold off. And they also closed one of the studios because they don't have the money. It's just the way it is, right? They closed off one of the games. They shut down one of the games. And they killed one of the studios that they just bought from Square. So I can see why they're doing it, right? Why not lend the talent out to Microsoft to keep them running at least, and that way they don't have to, fire more people. But this way they can still make some games in the background of their own, while also funding, getting funds to make Microsoft's games. What the heck? I'm sure they'll keep doing that with other studios as well, with like everybody else, Nintendo or Sony or whatever, right? Whoever wants EA, whatever.
Hey,
so my question is, because there's people are coming up with these rumors, right, saying that Embracer Group is holding on to Adios and Crystal Dynamics until Microsoft closes this Activision deal. How
I was hearing that shit
I've
too.
never seen that happen, but how likely or realistic is that of a possibility?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. That's why I saw Slow-Mo said that shit, and I was thinking about it like, low key? That would be smart ass play. Low key, that's a smart ass play by Microsoft. And it makes it makes sense, because
they would love
they're third party studios.
They love making.
I mean,
they
get
Crystal Dynamics. They'll get direct.
It'll
be Crystal Dynamics will be a first party studio then.
Yeah, they definitely need the help. They need the IP, because in-house right now,
Western RPGs,
they can't get everything up and running in-house as it is currently. That's just the reality of the situation. We wouldn't be here talking about, hey, when's Microsoft going to drop their next first-party IP if they had it together? Clearly, they don't have it together. They're bringing in help from elsewhere to help get these games up and off the ground and moving along. And that's it. As they should, because they need it.
Yeah, and they would have they would have the ability to go back to someone making a superhero game for them that's actually good, because Guardians of the Galaxy. And then also that same team can also double back and make Deus Ex games.
Yeah.
Like a Western RPG. And that makes sense, because, Xbox is trying to, steal all or take all these goddamn Western RPG games.
And do
like they're just trying to play hungry hippos on that shit. So, it makes sense.
Yeah, y'all act like Sony just rolled the dice and always struck 7 when they got bought studios.
Let me address
they make very smart. Let me
address that point, because you and other people always bring that up, right? Here's the reality. No, here's the reality.
Flops, bro. It's a lot of flops and a lot of transition from studio to studio, just like what's going on with Microsoft.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you all these years? I've been consistent, and anybody that's been watching this podcast and has spoken to me personally over the past 2 to 3 years, what have I been saying? It's about nurturing and cultivating your talent over time. That's what Sony and that's what Nintendo did. That's what all these other publishers are doing with their AAA studios as well. They purchased them, they cultivated them, and they nurtured them to be where they're at, to have the output and quality of games that they have. What did Microsoft say a couple of years ago when they were buying all these studios? We're trying to expand our first party. We're trying to make sure we have the output and the volume to keep Game Pass viable over time. They haven't upheld that promise. It's as simple as that. You can't get.
You just said it took PlayStation years and years to cultivate that studio and stuff like that, and they just made these purchases in 2018. So Microsoft don't obviously have enough time.
The thing is, Smooth.
What about the studios that's been there though?
Smooth.
Tell me.
The three? They've been producing.
Yeah. Smooth. The thing is, also you have to realize. Not that Microsoft doesn't do this, obviously, because they've had like Mass Effect. they've had Titanfall and like Elder
Wasn't their
Scrolls
studio.
Oblivion,
Wasn't
but
their
like
studio.
but Sony is also they've made smart partnering. They've made smart decisions partnering with certain studios to you know as time progressed.
I'd push back on that too. They just do it a lot, right? So if you do something 4,000 times, you're gonna get 100, absolute hits, but you're gonna get 300 ridiculous, useless failures too. We just don't realize that, right? Microsoft decided to not invest for years, right? 2014, 15,
Right.
16, 17. They were on death row, right? There was no investment, so nothing was happening, right? They had 3 studios left. Right. I mean, you can't expect that to suddenly turn around. Now they've decided they're going to do something. It's going to take some time for it to turn around.
I mean,
Exactly.
yes, but they still. I mean, still in that medium, they still have made bad They made bad decisions, like they're not taking up Marvel on Spider-Man, for example. Like, how do you leave that? How do you leave that back?
Leadership.
When was that?
That was different leadership, bro.
When was that? That's the problem.
That was when Don Matrick, which everybody praised, he didn't give a fuck about first party, bro. First party was Connect for him. And everybody keep praising him because he made great third party deals. Like, you're like, I just don't get it. Like, they like, Don Matrick should be here so we can jump the fanboy war. But he literally killed the brand, bro.
Yeah, they decided to invest in those movie studios.
In Connect, right?
Yeah.
It was Microsoft Studios.
That was not a good move.
It wasn't even games, nigga.
Walking away from Activision, the Call of Duty, was a terrible move.
Some shit like that. It was all Connect games and all. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Bro, they got.
I mean, fair point, but it's just you just look at like Xbox's entire lifetime. It's just they've made poor decisions. Like they could have had BioWare. Like,
can you really say that? Like, so at the beginning,
I mean, they could have had BioWare.
They KOTOR.
Hey, who has BioWare and what have they done since they had them?
Bro, that studio, that studio is not the same studio. The main niggas left. They've been left.
But Bless Red, you had a guy,
and that's because of EA's poor management, dude. Like,
and then you got Gears, right? I mean, like they did pretty well at the beginning of the Xbox original and then 360.
Thank you.
And then
Somebody
halfway
said
through, it went away, right? Because look, the focus.
No, I
changed.
didn't say that they didn't make great decision. They just I didn't say they didn't have good
Microsoft though.
they've just missed out on a lot of opportunities.
Let me ask you a question.
What happened with Bungie?
Yeah, they left.
Let me ask you
they let Bungie walk away.
They let Bungie walk away, and look at where Bungie is now.
Dude, what are they now?
They're one of the biggest. They have one of the biggest games. They have one of the biggest IPs and games on the planet. They still have one of the
biggest concurrent games out on the market right now, making a lot of money. Destiny 2.
The biggest prima donna studio I've ever seen, but okay.
Yeah, you call them prima donna. They call them prima donna, but they created one of your favorite franchises.
When Destiny 2 was on Game Pass, you wasn't saying that.
I wasn't saying that because I wasn't playing it.
It was free to play. Get out of here.
Yeah, nothing to say about that.
I got a question for y'all. If Phil Spencer was in position to make these with him and Matt Booty, giving them free reign to get these studios back then in the 360 days, y'all think BioWare wouldn't be on the squad?
Oh, like I'm just saying.
Like it would have been
shoulda, coulda, woulda. We talking about right now.
No, and another thing I'm just
asking.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
And I just thought
it's all about who's in control, bro.
And that's a great point. Who is in control? And that brings us to another topic of discussion.
Exactly.
Where look at what they have done. I feel like I truly feel like Phil Spencer and their entire team, they're too hands off on their studios, and that has plagued them. Look at games like Bleeding Edge, like
bro.
So what's wrong with that?
Are you serious?
They wanted to make a passion project and they made it. Whatever.
Make a passion, bro. They could have stepped in and were like, "This is not good enough." Remember when what was it? Shigeru Yoshida stepped in with God of War 2018 when Cory Barlog was making it. He was like, "No, this is not good enough."
God of War versus
bro, my guy. It's called management, my guy. He stepped in and was like, "This is not good enough."
You comparing two different studios. Like,
Jeez,
shut up,
dude.
nigga.
Seriously.
My guy, it's still a level of management. Like, bro, it's still a level of management. They still didn't allow Corey to put out whatever just because this is Santa Monica. You can put out whatever. No, they were like, no, we're checking you on this. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter how big the studio is. It doesn't matter how critically acclaimed. They're still checking their studios. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft lacks.
So you saying Sony,
which is what happened with Starfield.
3 a better studio. That's what you basically saying.
What?
Okay.
Dude, they do better than what 343's been doing right now.
Microsoft
is worse at managing their studios than Sony. They're two hands off. They are two hands off. Yes.
Or is it better to I
thought they were two hands on.
Two hands off. It's the F off. And do you think that's a better why did Cory Barlog leave? Why do you think he left?
Why does Xbox have no first-party titles out this year?
No,
why did he leave?
No, wait. What do you mean Cory Barlog left?
Let's get left and went to the initiative, bro, and then he came back.
Cory Barlog? Wrong person, my dude.
Barlog is still that same.
Wrong person, my dude.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Name.
Who was it?
Drew Murray.
Drew Murray. It was like,
Drew Murray.
For Insomniac Games.
Wrong name, brother.
Yeah, so why do these people leave then? If everything's so hunky-dory.
I mean, better business opportunity. Maybe he was gonna get. Maybe the paycheck was looking better. I don't know. The paycheck could have been looking better. Do we know? I don't know.
It could have just been that they like the potential of being not controlled. Right? There's always two sides.
And then there was too many cooks in the kitchen, and then there was no management telling them what to do. This is our plan. There was no management, and they were just there. There was just a bunch of there was too many creative cooks in the kitchen. Microsoft wasn't there standing in saying what you should do. This is what your objective is. There was no top dog there.
Direction.
There was no leader.
Anyway,
There was no leader, and because of that, he was like, "This is pointless."
The top dog and the leader was Daryl Gallagher.
Microsoft doesn't have direction, bro.
See, you guys are just speaking out of ignorance, bro. You're speaking completely out of ignorance.
No, they literally
was it Microsoft have no direction, or was the initiative in their head? You got to think about it. The initiative was a startup led by Daryl Gallagher, who hired.
At managing their studio. This is not up for discussion.
No. So Microsoft's supposed to manage it. So all right. Okay. They're bad managing studios.
This conclusion.
They're bad managing studios. Okay.
Let him explain. No, Smooth. What happened with the initiative? Tell us.
Tell us.
What happened with them?
No, don't Smooth.
No, but the thing is,
tell us what happened with.
My thing is, how you guys? The thing is, all right. So, who runs the initiative? Answer that question.
Daryl Gallagher.
Daryl Gallagher. Okay. Who were people upset at the initiative? Daryl Gallagher.
Daryl Gallagher, yeah.
So why is that? Sorry. So why should Phil Spencer have to sit in and say, "Hey, Daryl, listen to this guy because they want to do this, you want to do that. Figure it out." Like, nah, that's their problem. They can figure it out. Like that's crazy.
They are the boss. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Wait. You're telling me that say for example, if let's just do an analogy. Let's say, for example, Cory Barlog is inconsistent. He doesn't know what he wants to do. You're telling me Shuhei Yoshida or Herma Holst is not going to come in and be like, bro, make a direction now. You have a fucking deadline.
I can already tell you.
Are you telling me?
They don't.
Are you telling
me they don't do that? You know why? Days Gone came out. Your entire story is bullshit. Your entire story is bullshit, dude. The game is released by the studio. The game they want. You can keep trying to, create some bullshit story that you think they're doing all this. They're not.
Days Gone.
They're not.
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
The biggest problem with Days Gone was bugs. That was the biggest problem with Days Gone.
I don't care. The game came out. You're bullshitting, dude. You seem to think that you have some sort of idea of how any of this works. Do you work in this industry? Do you make software?
No, I do not.
Then fuck off. Seriously.
Okay. So tell me how Days Gone. So tell me how Days Gone was handled.
They put out the game they wanted. They put out the game they wanted.
And what happened to the studio? What's going on with them now?
They didn't get funded for the next game.
Okay.
Wrong. They didn't pitch the next game. That was a misnomer. That was a lie. An article came out. They didn't pitch a Days Gone 2. They didn't pitch that. That was a lie.
Bro.
So you're just making shit up, bro.
Bro,
that was literally a lie. That was literally found out to be a lie.
Nigga, they got put on Last of Us 2. Now they have their own game, thankfully.
bro. That's
and they
crazy.
didn't pitch Days Gone 2, my dude.
Okay,
They didn't pitch for it. That's why.
Okay,
I never said
It was-
they did.
hold on, Bless Ray. Let me ask you another
Yes,
question.
you fucking did. What?
So they
Let-
ain't
No,
Hold on, let me change it.
They didn't get funded for the next. Bro,
Bro.
what?
Chill. I got a better question for you. So y'all saying that it's management, right? And management is what everything is about, right? So tell me what happened when these other games did good under Microsoft. You know, we had the coalition.
Give me some
that did
examples.
good. All right.
You mean the teams that were?
Let me
Let me
finish
fall
my-
back. Go ahead.
So
yeah,
let's-
name me these games.
Let's compare the two games, which Gears 5 did really well, and Halo 5 did what? Would you say that did well? No.
I mean, the story. The people hated the fucking story.
Okay,
so.
I don't want to.
And personally, for me, I don't think Gears 5 was an improvement over Gears 4.
Personally,
I mean, I always say that. I've always
Alright,
made that statement.
For the
so.
sake of your argument,
But the
Yeah,
sake of your
those
argument,
games
let's keep it going.
Yeah, those games
Like,
did well.
let's keep it going.
For the sake
I
of
think
your
that's
argument,
still.
those games did well.
I still think that's the worst game out of.
So,
Continue.
how would you
But
rate
continue.
the management? How would you rate the management? Is what I'm saying when it comes down to these other games like Ori, the Will o' the Wisp, third-party deal, whatever. They still managed it, right? Like I don't know, like all these games that came out and did well. Grounded, that did well. Like I don't know, like what you want to say, bro?
My
Like,
point.
Forza
my
Horizon
point
5
is-
didn't
my
have like
point
18
is-
million players in like a couple
Smooth,
days of its
smooth,
release.
smooth. Hold on. My point. My entire point is management. Whether. Okay, so my point is hands-off management. Whether the team is good or bad, whether the team can float or it can't, it is all dependent on the team itself. That is my point. That is my point. They're not helping manage their studios. Obsidian is a banger studio. Doesn't matter who's running them. They're bangers. It's a banger studio.
Exactly. So
But that's the thing. Not all of their studios are
So
bangers.
now you want to give credit. So now you want to give credit to the studios. So now you want to give credit to the studios. So now you want to give credit.
My nigga, my entire point, my original point was that they are two hands off.
They're two hands off on Obsidian.
Talking about it, 2 hands off.
They
So
are
what's- what-
two hands off in general.
So they should put more.
So, all right,
hands on
you want the Microsoft that says, okay, you can only make Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's it. That's the Microsoft you want.
There's a happy medium.
Because when they were hands on, that's all we got.
Is there a happy medium? 'Cause, like, look at
There's
Sony
always a
now.
happy
What-
medium of anything. Too much of anything or too. Too much of anything can kill you. Like you can drink too much water and it will kill you. Like let's be honest now. There's a happy medium. My problem is my entire point is they're two hands off. Period. They were two hands on before and now they're two hands off. They don't have that. They don't know where the happy medium is. That is my point. They don't know where it is.
No expectations for Xbox.
Y'all have no expectations.
Oh my God.
y'all just,
Oh
like,
my God.
like,
The talking twins. Oh my God. So
Talking twins, nigga.
What to your
Man.
point?
Yeah,
Like they
sounds
went
crazy,
to they went to Bethesda, right? And they looked at Starfield and said, "No, this isn't ready," right? And they delayed it, even though it took a lot of hit for them. Oh well, right? So they delayed it. So to your point, they do. They do that. Right? And Redfall the same thing.
Did Microsoft look at it, or did the
delayed
fan
both of
base
them.
look at it and say,
Really?
hey, this shit does not look
This
good.
looks-
You guys need to
Starfield,
raise
the fan base didn't delay Starfield. They delayed Halo.
Fan
They
base
didn't.
looked at the game and
Right.
said, yo, this game does not look great. You guys
You
need
don't-
to delay this game.
When did they do that to
How
Starfield?
many bugs and
Starfield was
problems
delayed
that
before
game
it was shown. Starfield was delayed before it was shown.
No, you were the main person talking about, I wish Starfield was coming out this year. I don't
Yeah.
care what the game looks like.
They delayed
That was
Starfield
you.
before the game was
That was
shown.
you.
They
That was
delayed
you.
Starfield before the game was shown. That had nothing to do with the fan reaction.
Right.
Stop
They don't follow the game, bro. They don't
Stop
follow
it.
the game.
Now,
we
if you want
get
to talk about Halo, that's a different story. That was delayed after it was shown. Starfield was delayed before it was even shown.
Right.
Halo should have been delayed 2 years, but yeah.
And why is that? Why should the Halo have been delayed?
Why is that?
Well,
Because the
this is a
studio
fun
was
story if you really want to get
incompetent.
into it,
It's
right?
an
But
incompetent studio, bro. We all admit it. They 343 they kind of fumbled it. Like
Why
And
are
why they
you,
incompetent?
you
Why
can't
couldn't they
blame
get-
management every time when you can't
Why
blame it on the other
is
hand.
343 incompetent?
well,
Yeah,
because
alright,
during the
alright.
time they were trying to make that game, Microsoft didn't have any investment in Xbox. They were going and doing Windows Mobile. That's just a reality. and they didn't care that game needed to be made, so they didn't give them
how much
whatever happened to
Halo Infinite?
Whatever happened to the 500
I just can't get over this, bro.
What happened to 500 million?
Whatever happened to the
what?
So
that was a
all
investment,
that started
There
once
was
they
a
got to
no
2018 when they finally
was
were
a
able to
rumor,
invest, right? But then you can't just immediately turn it around. Unfortunately, that was where they were. They
Chat,
had
how
nothing.
much-
They had
what was the
no
So
budget?
game.
they weren't. So they
Somebody
weren't
tell
being
me.
invested in when they were also making a new engine at the same time. They weren't being invested in.
That's the
Really?
problem. That's the
Okay.
problem,
Okay.
right? So I mean,
So
what-
so
what
why
you-
didn't
like,
they
you
just
know
switch
this.
engines?
I just
Why
figured
why did
Out
they
that
try
were
to
on death
continue?
row, right? They were going to be thrown out. They were going to be shut down, right? In 2017,
should have been.
Xbox was about to be shut down. That's just a fact. We know this, right? And Phil
He
turned it around.
bodied out, bro.
It's
He
just, it
bodied
is what
him
it is, and that's when they could start to actually do something. It is what it is, right? And fine, they were behind. That's just the way it is. There was mismanagement. I think 343 had mismanagement as well, but it goes all the way to Satya. This is all the way to the top. They screwed Xbox. That included 343.
So that's a management issue.
It is 100%.
I mean, oh my
all the way to the
god.
top.
And it goes back to my contention.
Oh my
Right?
Back to my
Now they're
I'm sorry. I think the weakest. I think the management issue is the weakest argument because my thing is, it's like, was it poor management when Forza Horizon 5 scored a fucking 90 plus? Was it mismanagement when the Halo at the Halo Infinite launch? Was it mismanagement when Psychonauts 2 came out? Is it going to be mismanagement when all these games start coming out? Like, is it the same?
Smooth, I feel like you just don't listen.
No. I am listening, buddy.
No.
Is it going to be? Is that because if you're saying
Their
they're
hands off.
those-
Double
if those-
Fine was
Wait, so
already a
are-
good
so-
studio before.
If
Double
those
Fine
games
was
come
already a
out-
good studio.
Were
those
they?
games
Were
come out
they?
and they're
Were
not
they? Then why did they? Why did they
Yes,
have to?
Double
Why
Fine was
did they have to
definitely already a good
kickstart?
studio.
Why did they
What
have to
about
kickstart Psychonauts 2 then? Huh? Why did they have to crowdfund that, hun? Why didn't no other publisher pick it up, hun? Why not? They're such a great studio.
Was Psychonauts 2 not a good game?
No, it was an amazing game. But why didn't any other publisher pick it up? Why did it have to
They
get
just didn't
crowdfunded?
pick it up. What
Why
the
not?
fuck? Hello?
Isn't Double Fine such a great studio? Huh? Like, come on.
So you're
Right.
really this is a
Guess-
that's a
guess-
logical fallacy.
yo,
Just
guess
because
who-
no one
guess who decided to
that's
delay
a
that?
logical fallacy.
Guess
Smooth. Just
guess-
because no one
all right,
bid
bless,
doesn't mean
bless,
that the game is
bless,
it means
bless,
that the game is bad.
Bless. Guess who
Makes no
decided?
sense.
Guess who decided to delay Psychonauts 2 years? Xbox.
A management team did.
No, oh yeah. No, like so like you gotta think about Wasteland 3. Did you follow that game?
No, he followed.
Like
I wasn't gonna play it. I don't
game.
care.
let's like so it's like
I know it
Xbox is
exists, but I
horrible
don't-
at
I don't care.
management, but like all the studios that they purchased that were working on product, they delayed them all, and they all turned out to be better games. This dude, what's the dude that the head of Tim Schafer? What's his
to
name?
be fair, the reason that they delayed Psychonauts 2 is
What are
to
those games?
add in
What
the
are those
content
games?
that was previously
That they
left
can
out
now
because they didn't get
afford.
enough funding.
No, what was those
That they
games
can
got
now
delayed?
afford.
What was those games I got
They
delayed?
took
Wasteland
out
3,
stuff
Psychonauts
because it was
2.
not-
Delayed.
Deathloop.
Yeah, and then
Definitely
Wasteland
wasn't
3
an
got
Xbox
delayed.
game.
It got delayed
was on
under
Xbox
Xbox. It got delayed under
It got
Xbox.
delayed under Xbox.
That game was supposed to come out. You remember that game was supposed to be a PS5 launch title.
So somebody
Yeah,
from
bro,
Xbox
bro,
said, "Yo, this
bro.
game needs to be delayed."
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
Because
I
they,
don't like, wait,
You're
a
telling me
PS5
someone
launch
from
title?
Xbox-
I don't know.
You
But
tell me
what the
somebody
fuck? What do you mean?
from Xbox said that a PS5 launch title.
because at that
Wait,
point it's a
it was supposed
Microsoft
to be a
IP at that
PS5
point.
launch title?
Yes.
Hold up. Hold on, let's change the
Says a
subject.
win.
I don't know what crack rock you sniffed before this podcast.
Really? Right now, God of War, Bless Red, God of War, Ragnarok. You're gonna pay me that right now. That Deathloop was supposed to be a PS5 launch title. Right now, let's go. Let's look it
It
up.
was supposed to be a launch title.
A timed exclusive on PlayStation.
I mean,
Somebody
I
from
never
Xbox
made a
said
bet of
delay
that
the
shit,
game.
nigga. What do you mean, pay
Somebody
you?
was
nigga?
No, because I wouldn't have bet. I wouldn't have bet. Because somebody said I was smoking hard crack rocks for saying that.
The game
That has
was
nothing
made
to do
before
with a bet,
Xbox.
nigga.
The game
What the
was
fuck
made
you
before
talking about?
Xbox ever got Bethesda. What are you saying?
Bullshit.
So,
Bullshit.
This guy said,
Hold on, let me guess. Most of the game was made in the 9 months that it was delayed.
oh my God.
Deathloop was made before
Look up
Xbox.
You gotta
reality
got
understand.
Bethesda.
And see when you can reach there.
Okay,
What the fuck
buddy.
are you talking about, dude?
What are you
Okay,
saying?
buddy.
So
They bought that
Deathloop-
freaking publisher in October of 2020, and they delayed the game.
How long was Deathloop in development before Xbox acquired them?
My
Tell
guess,
me.
4 years,
Tell me.
5 years.
And somebody from Xbox
the 9 months, that was all Xbox.
It could also just be
that was all Xbox, baby.
No, it wasn't good enough, right? But at that point, they're a Microsoft employee, and they delayed the game, and then they delayed it again.
So you're telling me somebody from Xbox said delay the game?
Deathloop was supposed to come out November 2020.
You guys can't
then
give
it
me
got
a
delayed.
Answer. Who
then
from
it got
Xbox
delayed.
said delay the game? Tell me.
Who from Arcade, nigga?
They don't have that.
Really saying,
I don't know.
Really try to tell me Xbox delayed the game.
They delayed the game because at that point, it's their decision.
They delayed the game.
At that point, it's their decision, bro. It's their decision at that point.
Nobody.
They got to be the ones to ship it.
Delay the game. That was a Bethesda and PlayStation. That was the Bethesda and PlayStation decision.
And who is Bethesda owned by?
Who had the deal?
Microsoft decision.
Who had the deal for that game? PlayStation did.
If you don't stop,
irrelevant.
It was a Bethesda decision, so it was a Microsoft decision. Just like Bethesda won Publisher of the Year, so Microsoft won Publisher of the Year from Metacritic. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
All right,
there you go, bro.
All right, guys.
Bethesda did it. That's Microsoft.
All right. Yeah, the poor management.
Final Fantasy VII Remake did it, so I guess PlayStation did it.
Poor management. Phil Spencer has elected. Not elected. He has recommitted that that Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation as long as there PlayStation that exists. A lot of people still think it's smoke and mirrors. I need to know your thoughts.
Nah, that marketing, they're very clear with their words, man. Y'all gotta pay attention to words. The intent to doesn't mean it will always be there. The intent to doesn't mean it's always gonna be there. Y'all gotta be paying attention to. You gotta be very particular with words, with people that be showing up on these shits. You gotta be very particular.
The intent.
The intent doesn't mean they will actually follow through. That's bullshit.
Why wouldn't they though? They gone on record multiple times.
Because why would they?
Because
they said so.
They're trying to get this deal through, my dude. The deal is not through.
You have people like Smooth that will say, fuck PlayStation, make the game on Xbox and PC only, drop it in Game Pass, fuck it, it's competition. You can't tell me that's not how you feel.
That's not how I feel. I don't care. My thing is that I want the game on Game Pass. I want the game on Game Pass.
Xbox fanboy
right now.
I want the game. I want the game on Game Pass. That's the only reason I want the deal to go through, because there's a bunch of Activision games I want on Game Pass.
And then what's next? You're gonna be like, oh,
that's it.
We want the game only on Xbox.
I don't care if it's only on Xbox. I'm only gonna be playing it on Xbox.
So you're not gonna make no tweet about it's being cut off of PlayStation. You're not gonna make no video that's being cut off of PlayStation.
No, why would I need to? They're not cutting the games that is getting cut off on PlayStation. Is all the games not named Call of Duty?
Just go away.
And they will. It's gonna be a biannual. So you know what I mean.
I mean, Warzone can stick around and be everywhere. It should be everywhere. What the heck, right? It should be in every platform. But I think Call of Duty should just fucking go away. It's kind of run its course. It's time for something else.
I mean, other stuff has came about, but
exactly, including that Bungie, that Sony seems to think is so hopelessly worthless that it will kill them to not have Call of Duty. That Bungie does actually exist. It makes a game that people play.
I mean, it's all about them trying to say, nah, y'all not getting this deal to go through. Everything that has been going on is about the deal. Them saying they have the intent to still release it on PlayStation. I mean,
ultimately, it's up to Sony to allow
them trying to get the deal to go through.
Yeah, PlayStation has to allow. That's what will block the deal. If PlayStation, not the deal, but block Call of Duty from coming to PlayStation, is PlayStation not?
Itself, yeah.
Yeah.
They could say no, but whatever. I hope they don't.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's also a possibility, but the intent.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, what can he say? He can't say I'm going to forcibly put it there.
They can
they
be
also
like,
intend to put it on Nintendo. They can't forcibly put it there. Nintendo has to say yes. Right? It is what it is.
Oh no, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, you have to be very careful with the marketing scheme. Like, they will say they have the intent, but then oh, something came up. Sorry, it's not going to be on there anymore.
Yeah,
and it may not even be PlayStation's decision. That's my point. It may not even be through PlayStation. It is them trying to say, oh, we're not the bad guys. We're just trying to buy this thing for $70 billion. That's what they're trying to do. It's fucking them trying to market their side. That is it. They have
I mean,
the
they can give
intent
their
to.
opinion about
Just
what
because
they
they
wanna
have
do.
the
I mean, what else
intent
can
to
they do?
doesn't mean
What else could they do?
they can literally take it off.
Well, so
Just
no,
because
what else would you expect them to do to say that it's going to be on PlayStation?
What?
How would you have them word it? Because let me put it a
they
different
worded
way.
it. The
Did
intent.
Jim Ryan send something to Phil Spencer? Hey, I'm taking your ex Bungie, and I'm gonna make sure that every Destiny, every new game they come up with will come on your platform. Did he send that letter over to them? Did he sign an agreement? He told them to fuck off, and I'll do whatever I want. That's what he did. Okay, and nobody even batted an eyelash when the fucking monopoly that fucking PlayStation is goes and buys Bungie. That's okay, no problems. But this is a problem. Phil Spencer's gone out of his way to do everything he can to say, I'm going to try my best to put this on there. Right? It's up to Jim Ryan hasn't even taken the
Sony's
3-year
a
deal.
monopoly? I'm lost.
PlayStation is a fucking monopoly.
Yeah.
It's 100% a fucking monopoly.
A monopoly in what sense?
It is a video game console monopoly that has taken over every AAA game. You cannot buy or play a fucking AAA console game in the vast majority of this planet unless it's on PlayStation.
What?
That's just the way it is.
What the
If
fuck?
I'm in South
what
Africa,
the
what am I
fuck are
playing
you
it on?
saying? What?
No way.
Reality. I'm
What the
talking about reality.
No, they are not.
I'm talking about reality.
Monopoly.
Brother, what in the fuck are you saying?
What?
What do you mean? What am I saying?
What
No
the fuck?
way.
You just called them a monopoly, based upon
They're a monopoly.
based upon there's more AAA games on this console
If
versus
I'm
the other
playing Elden
consoles.
Ring and I'm in France, where am I playing it? I'm playing it on
You
PlayStation.
can play it on the Xbox.
The Xbox has like 5% market share.
But you can
Anything
still
over
buy an
70%
Xbox there.
is a de facto monopoly.
So whose fault is that? Is that
I don't
is that
care whose
Sony's
fault it is.
or Microsoft's
I don't give a
fault?
fuck whose fault it is. It is a reality. I don't care. It is a reality.
They're
They
a
are a
monopoly.
monopoly.
This
because
makes no
PlayStation
fucking
ships
sense.
more units
It's
there
a
than
de
Xbox
facto
does.
monopoly. That's it. There's nothing else to say about
This,
it. It is
this
what it is.
makes
Monopoly.
no fucking sense, yo. Somebody
You
clip
can
this
make
shit,
whatever
bro.
sense you want out of it. It is what it is.
Yo, he bugging. What?
No way.
What in the fuck?
You cannot say Sony and PlayStation is a monopoly.
They
on
are a
content.
fucking
Yo,
monopoly.
what?
I'm sorry.
They're
If you don't
not.
Sony
understand
is
that,
a-
that's your problem. But that's what they are.
Sony is
So
a
what are you
monopoly
saying?
because
they
in
are.
some territories they are preferred.
No, the
more.
vast majority of the world.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
everywhere
what
in the
you
world, except for
said.
like 20 countries, 10 countries. That's it. Like
That's
the
a
vast 200
monopoly
countries
by
out there is
definition.
the monopoly.
Like, why
It is
y'all
it.
arguing with this guy?
My guy, there you do realize
Come on, bro.
Nintendo Switch exists.
Yeah,
No,
and plays
seriously,
what
bro.
AAA game?
Why
Can I
y'all
play
so
Assassin's Creed? Can I play
No,
Call of Duty? Can I
man.
play Elden Ring?
The
No.
Xbox exists, my dude. What the fuck are you
It's
talking?
not available.
It has
in this
no market
territory.
share.
Yo,
Holy
I can't
shit.
believe this dude.
The
like,
Xbox Series consoles released in more territories than ever before than previous launch. What are you saying? I'm so what?
Isn't this the fastest growing Xbox console ever?
It is. I don't
Wait, what?
understand. How is it a monopoly?
Bro, these
How is it a
dudes
monopoly?
How is it a
Because-
monopoly on AAA? What the fuck are, bro? You're fucking high, bro.
Rush
You're
Red,
high.
shut the fuck up, bro.
Yo,
You're
Like, you don't-
fucking high, bro.
PlayStation 5 is a monopoly.
It's a
console
PS5.
market.
It's a PlayStation is a monopoly,
PS4
bro.
was the monopoly. PS5 hopefully won't be, but we don't know yet. It's still what
Bro,
30,
this
40%
dude is
higher?
crazy, bro.
I don't know, people,
30 to
but
40% higher equals a monopoly?
There are
What the
multiple.
fuck are
There
you
are
saying?
multiple lawsuits out against Sony for monopolistic. I said that wrong. Monopolistic strategy, some shit
I
like
don't
that.
know what the fuck
So
Well, yeah, because of their PlayStation Store, which is bullshit. Because what other store?
all
is
right,
being
so is
offered
there
on the
a
PlayStation
monopoly?
system?
Is there
It's
a monopoly in place?
It's a dumb suit.
Is there a
It's a dumb
monopoly in
suit.
place? Is
Not
there a
really a
monopoly
dumb
in place?
It is a dumb suit.
So
What
is there a monopoly in
what
place?
What other storefront is on the PlayStation console? It is a dumb suit, bro.
How did we get here?
What the fuck am I
Right.
listening to?
What?
This is utter retardation. I don't know.
PlayStation is
Not
not a monopoly.
retarded.
This is
It is 100%
actually crazy.
monopoly. It is 100% monopoly.
They don't monopolize.
Nigga, you just said it's a monopoly and they say, oh, it's
I don't
relatively
hate it.
30 to 40% higher. How the fuck
No,
is a
no.
talking about?
No.
What
PS4
the
was
fuck?
117 million consoles to 50 million. That is a 30 to 70 split.
Funny, yo.
70% automatic monopoly. Sorry, it is what it is.
Yo.
This man is so
Hey,
delicious.
boy, stay away from this nigga, bro. This shit is funny.
Oh my god.
Why does that like destroy you for some reason? Like, do you
Nah,
not
let him
destroy
go,
me?
Bro, let him go, yo. Let him have it, man.
Hey, yo. Hey, you funny, hey, you funny, nigga.
Nick,
You
you try
funny.
to agree with him, so you.
Yeah,
you
no,
love
Nick
him.
was trying to, for whatever reason, he was trying to agree. You
agree.
funny, bro.
Stop it.
I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Yo,
Hey,
read
somebody
the
clip that shit for real.
read the
Shit's crazy.
definition, bro, and stop laughing because y'all look stupid as shit right now, bro. Like they own the monopoly of the gaming industry, bro.
They do.
They do
What about
not.
that?
Of the
They do.
gaming industry now? They own the monopoly of the
Gaming
gaming
industry?
industry?
For console gaming.
Nick, think very
Console
closely at what
gaming.
you're saying right now. The
The
mobile
console
market
ga-
is bigger than PlayStation and
Don't
everybody.
even. Bless,
PC,
don't
What
even.
the fuck am I listening to?
Bless, don't even.
Oh my
don't even.
god.
Don't even.
I'm done with this conversation. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Yo, bless Red. I
Moving
know
on,
I'm
brother.
fucking PC dickheads, but listen,
Moving on,
I'm
brother.
talking about the console industry. You know what the fuck I'm talking
You
about.
just said
dumbass.
gaming though.
You just said gaming.
Okay, and I'm correcting
Look for
it,
the tongue.
you dumbasses. Stop
Okay.
trying to run on and laugh about this PC shit that
How
y'all
do
want
they have a monopoly in
PC. I said mobile market is the
PC.
biggest
Switch.
market. Like it,
Correct.
it
Oh
encompasses
my
both.
god,
And
the console industry.
we're moving
Sony-
on. We're moving on, brother.
Sony dominates the console industry, the niche industry in the gaming market. Okay,
They dominate consoles when there's a Switch with 110. Moving on. I'm done with this conversation. I'm really done.
What are you talking about, yo?
I'm really done.
Can we do
We're,
outros?
we're moving on.
can't-
Yeah,
can't-
smooth. We
can't-
have another topic, bro. We have another topic.
No, I'm not. It's 10:30. I'm about to watch the Lakers game. It was a good conversation.
Fuck, what am I listening to? Jesus.
He said which number, but he didn't include PS4 and PS5. Ain't that funny?
Oh my god.
This dude is so smart.
Switch
He's
is
stupid.
the best selling
Nick,
console on the market.
Yeah, and Switch was going against
Did you say
PS4, right?
Nick,
he's so smooth?
It's a. I'm not even gonna entertain this
they
argument.
told-
Let's
they told
move on.
PS4.
Let's move on.
All right, guys. So we're gonna
I'm not
move
even
on
gonna entertain this
to
argument.
the,
from you anymore,
we're
Nick.
gonna move on to the
Jesus fucking
outro. Shout out to
Yeah,
Hargi Chani for joining
Nick really thought he got a W.
the episode today. Definitely good point, good takes. Appreciate your presence here today. So if you want to give a shout out where people can find you, I know you're on a special podcast on the weekend, so I'll let you take care of that from here.
Yeah, so check me out on Game On Daily. We have our standard Go Live podcast, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's on youtube.com/Game On Daily. And then we have our website, gameondaily.com. And yeah, check it out.
All right. Thank you, Hargi. Thank you for sure. Nick, this is as much energetic you've been in like weeks, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm doing this for Planet Xbox, man. These Xbox dudes tired of these PC and these PlayStation dudes coming on here spitting this gibberish. So I'm just gonna put on Twitter who dominates the console market, and y'all tune in, man.
Dope. Yes.
In the podcast, bro.
Oh my god.
The podcast.
Yo,
I can't
we gotta
talk.
I'm sorry.
I
we
gotta
gotta
mute my mic, bro. I'm dying
Bro.
of laughter, man.
Hey,
This is
so
crazy.
we gotta get more console dudes on here, man. These dudes, man.
Wow. As always, guys, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace out.